You know, it means a lot. And first, before I really get to that, you know, I want to say a special thanks to Coach Zook, even though he couldn't be here today. You know, he put this team together, you know, and we're fighters because of him. And you know, it's been an honor. It was an honor to get to be a player under him. So I definitely want to say that. And I want to also say a special thanks to Coach Vic and Coach Brown and the rest of our coaches, guys that didn't have to do what they did, guys that didn't have to believe in us, guys that didn't have to stick with us. You know, and sitting in my room last night thinking about all that was going on and the fact that they stayed around. They preached us toughness all year and staying there and never give up. And to be able to look at them and look what they did, you know, they practiced what they preached. You know, so I definitely want to say that before that. But what you were saying, feels great. You know, it feels great to come out with a win. You know, this is why we came here. Coach Vic said the first night we got here, we came here to win. We've been through some tough times, but you know, we've got an amazing belief in our locker room and each other. You know, those are my brothers I was out there fighting with, and you know, they believed in me, I believed in them, and it showed.
Terry, what happened? What happened on the touchdown?
The one he intercepted or the other one?
That one.
The one I intercepted?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it was basically just a read. I tried to help my safety out by covering the corner route, and I tried to play in between the hitch and the corner route, and I just playing out the quarterback, just playing ball.
Did you know right away you were good when you got it? Did you know I'm home?
Oh yeah. I said, all gas, no brakes for me. Once I catch it, I'm going.
Coach, I saw you clapping when Nathan started mentioning Coach Zook. Were you clapping for Coach Zook or for Nathan?
Well, I'm both because I'm glad Nathan taught him. These guys got taught an awful lot about life from Coach Zook, and if they don't take anything away from their experience at Illinois, it's what he taught them about life. And the class that he showed through the whole season, as much as he was trying to take the pressure off of them, when things were getting the tightest on them, he was trying to take pressure off of them. And then when he got let go, or we got let go, that's we're a family. And when the head coach gets fired, we get fired. And when he got let go, for him to come back to the banquet, there wasn't a dry eye in the place, I don't think. So the class he showed during that night, he showed me more about that man than I'd ever known, and he taught me a lot about life. Taught me too. So I think his actions spoke louder than anything anybody could say, and I'm glad that they recognize that.
Whitney, what were you guys able to do to shut down their running game? They've been a pretty good running team.
Basically, this is what Vic told us last night or whatever. Told us it's going to start up front. You know, we did it against Baylor in the Texas Bowl. Started up front, you know, with Corey Legit and everybody, you know, the front seven. So we went out here. It was the same mindset. They started up front, and what happened? We held them down to, you know, all-time low. Basically, we just went out there and just played with our hearts out. That's it.
Whitney, talk about that, the feelings after winning, you know, for the first time in a long time, and all the things you guys have been through the last month.
It's definitely a relief. I mean, the thing is, you know, we've been pent up with a lot of anxiety, a little bit of anger, you know, what happened throughout the season, you know, what went wrong and everything. So we actually found our answer today. Definitely, you know, we won back-to-back bowl games, which is a great feeling. Put University of Illinois on the map, definitely. You know, saying it's a great football program and everything. You know, sending our seniors off right, and definitely sending our coaches off right, and you know, patting their resume a little bit, definitely. But yeah, it's a great feeling overall. It's and like just ecstatic right now.
Can I say something about that question? These guys started winning right when the season was over. After the experience with Coach Zook, we had a couple of days of healing. But you'll remember about Wednesday or Thursday, guys. We said, all right, we're going to start winning in the classroom. And these guys busted their tail for 2 weeks, day and night, day and night, day and night, and they started winning in the classroom. And the feeling that they got by their achievements of their success in the classroom then started carrying over to practice. And you know what? We won yesterday. The looks in these guys' eyes when they were serving meals was something I hadn't seen in a long time. We won yesterday serving meals at the homeless shelter, or the food thing yesterday. Our guys were winners. Our guys were winning in everything they do, and Lombardi said it better than anybody can ever say it. Winning's not a sometimes thing, it's an all-the-time thing. And they started winning a couple of weeks ago, and it just translated into victory today.
When did you feel that today, what was so different today, or is it like Vic said, this has been a gradual kind of turning of the tides for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a gradual process, or whatever. Ever since after the chaos or whatever with Zook getting fired, and after the Minnesota game that cut deep and everything, we just had to take it one day at a time, and definitely Vic got us going. Even though our heads were down a little bit, he turned everything full 180. He said we got to start winning. Don't let any negativity breed within the team. It showed us a little demonstration, and definitely he set us straight.
Were any of you guys the ones who threw Gatorade on him and were around him at the end there? And it looked like everyone's kind of hugging him and saying nice things. Can you just describe what was going on there, being said?
What's being said is just we just love each other. Just congratulations, and coming out and just putting in all that hard work that we did, over the course of this month, and just coming out here and being able to actually get this feeling, that you can never ever buy. This is like Zick says, you can never ever buy this feeling in the store, and definitely it's true. And after the game, we just hugged as a family and everything, and just felt relieved.
Does it make you more inclined to want to stay? Now you got that decision to make.
Well, my decision, it'll come later in the week. Definitely I want to consult with my family, double check, talk to my coaches what they think, because nobody knows me best except for my coaches, my strength coach and everybody. And definitely I want to talk to my former head coach, Coach Zook, what he thinks, and what he's heard from, the next level, from the NFL and all that. So definitely I just got to double check, all these sources, see if it's a good decision for me, and then I'll make my decision after.
Coach, you've been around the game for a long time. You've been a head.
The player questions, and then we'll let those guys go here before we leave.
When you tied Simeon Rice. Sorry about
He's
that.
a pretty good player.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's up? No, but it's a great feeling. I was trying to break it. Definitely came so close so many times, but it's definitely a great feeling a humbling feeling to to tie it and everything. And that's one of the greats. Definitely. There's nobody who can match that, and I'm just glad to be even considered as a top as Simeon Rice.
Nathan, obviously you took over a lot of the running duties today. Just talk about preparing for that. Obviously you're a running quarterback, but just taking over for that today.
Yeah, it's something that Coach Brown talked about. As soon as we started game planning for UCLA, he said he wanted to put the ball in my hands and kind of make it up to me. He said we're going to throw a lot more, and when we were going to run, I was going to be the one, taking the majority of the carries. So I was excited about it. I knew I was going to get a chance to make plays for my team, and fortunately it worked out. So really, I was excited, but it was really Coach Brown that had that idea and came up with that game plan to put in my hands.
Obviously, it's kind of a new chapter from here going forward with a new head coach, new assistants. Do you feel like you guys showed something to that new staff today and kind of looking forward to that?
Well, I just know, we've got a bunch of fighters. I don't know who our whole coaching staff is going to be, but to Coach Beckman and to all those coming in, we've got a bunch of fighters, and that's the spirit that we've been given. We talked about it. Our chaplain, Jason Everson, is the one who talks about it the most, about our spirit that we have inside of us, and we're not going to quit. We're not going to give up. We'll keep fighting to the clock hits 3 zeros, and that's what we showed all year. That's the type of team you know, that's the type of team I want to be on. That's the type of team I expect to lead next year, and you know, that's the mentality we're going to have regardless.
Terry, you've got
Were
it.
you guys aware that there was some threat or talk that maybe your offensive coaches weren't gonna be here today?
I mean, we were aware there was stuff that was going on, you know, the whole time we went through it, and that's why I say, you know, hats off to those guys. Like I said, Coach Vic and the rest of the coaches, they didn't have to be here. They didn't have to do this for us, and that's the only reason they did it. It wasn't to help their status out. It wasn't going to change anything with them. You know, it was for us, and it's been amazing. I hope I can be man enough someday to stick around when things are tough, the way they did. You know, and when stuff like that goes on, we knew they were going to have our backs. You know, I don't really have to worry about all that stuff that's going on with them and with the administration. Fortunately, I just get to go out there and play. I knew they were going to have our backs, you know, like they did the whole way.
Terry, are you going to have some similar thoughts like what Whitney's be going through in terms of thinking about the NFL? Is that in your head at all, or no?
I'm not thinking about that right now.
One more question for the
Yes, sir.
player. Last question for the player.
Nate, as you just think about all the emotions and everything you guys have been through, all the emotions in the last month and the last week, what are you feeling right now? How do you kind of just describe it?
And it's a great feeling. We've been through a lot, and like I said, we kept fighting until the end. And I'm just so proud of the guys that I was next to out there on that field. It's been an honor to play with them. You know, there will never be a team, you know, like we had in the locker room. Everything, you know, things are going to be different moving forward, and it was an honor being out there on that field today and sharing that with those guys.